I felt alone for so long, just alone with my own shame and guilt.
Tracy Starwalt says her childhood memories are fuzzy. She and her family moved from Ohio to Oklahoma in the 1980s. Starwalt says her mother is who brought Chuck, Charles Brown, into her life.
It mostly started with the Rocky Horror Picture Show group. That was a big thing in the 80s. My mom was a part of that.
Mostly adults, reenacting a very adult movie with children.
Now that I look back, there is no way I would ever let my daughters, either one of them, do something like that.
She says Chuck would secretly videotape her dancing.
He told me I was the only one and that I was special and that I was a star. And
she says the dancing progressed to more.
It started becoming dancing with no clothes on, and then eventually him touching and simulating having intercourse with me. No, he never did have intercourse with me, but there was instrumentation that was used in some of the videos.
Brown even took the young girl along while he drove his ice cream routes.
As I got older and looked back at things, I kind of realized that I think I was being used to bring the kids over to the ice cream truck.
That ice cream truck is where Brown kept the child porn tapes. The videos were thrown away, only to be discovered by a trash collector. That spurred the Oklahoma City Police investigation into Brown.
It moved pretty quick from that point on. It was, to me, it seemed like it was just like a whirlwind.
Brown fled the state, but was captured in Arizona in May 1989. He was charged with 40 counts of lewd acts with a child, oral sodomy, and child porn. While the victims remained faceless and voiceless, Brown was oddly vocal, almost proud of the heinous crimes.
Some of those were before I ever started the ice cream business, and some were after, but it wasn't like she was a girl I picked up from the ice cream route. And she's the only girl that I've ever touched in, any of the videos they have.
He also admitted to a hidden camera he had in his home.
And I set up a camera in the closet, and I had, and every time girls went in there to change, I had it on there, but I didn't do it for sexual excitement. I did it, I don't know, be immature, like a 14-year-old kid would do it,
Starwalt says she had to testify in Brown's trial, where a jury convicted him.
I got 410 years, but they tell me I can be eligible for parole after a third of that. That's only about 165, so.
Brown lost his first appeal in 1991 and committed suicide in prison. But Starwalt says she continued to live with shame.
Trust became a very big issue for me. When I was 19 was when I finally got out of that whole world.
Starwalt still has a lot of questions for the people who knew of the sexual abuse.
If you knew this was going on and you were an adult in my life, why didn't you protect me?
She hopes her story will give other victims the courage to come forward.
Even though it took me 33 years to really find my voice and bring it out, I do want people to know that you can survive this. I finally realized that it's not my shame, it's not my guilt. And I don't want everything I went through to go in vain.
Starwalt says there were other men who continued the videos and molestation after Brown was caught. She has their names and locations through personal investigation and plans to turn the information over to authorities. Jennifer Pierce, Oklahoma's own News 9.